What if there was a secret way to influence someone so you could get them to do what they wanted so both of you win? Would this help you build better relationships, boost your business? So, if you think this is useful, I'm going to share some different ways that you can influence people with ease. And this will be in things such as sales conversations and relationships. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you boost your business fast. And I help you let go of limiting beliefs because you were born limitless, and it's time to be limitless again. So, the first thing that you want to consider is how powerful you feel internally is. So, if I'm working with someone, let's say a client, and I want them to be very decisive, I need to be in a decisive state myself. Then they're going to be able to make decisions. If I'm in a totally indecisive state, I'm like hunched over, I'm talking like this. No, I need to be more decisive, sitting up, authoritative with my language, with my tonality, and then they'll be able to make more decisions. So let's say you're on a sales call. You want to appear pretty confident and curious or a bit excited because there's some good research out there that's showing a lot of buyers what they actually want. They want to be excited. They want to be curious because happiness, thinking about happiness, it's actually a bit intertwined with boredom. So we don't want the person to get bored at all. So you need to appear to be excited and really curious about what they want to do. So your state, if you have the most control of your state and you can master how you feel internally, that's only going to help the person that you're influencing. Because let's think about this for a second as well with the state. The person with the most flexibility of behavior, they're the ones who control the system. So if you're in a conversation and you're mastering how you feel internally, you're going to be able to influence that conversation. If you're on a sales call and you're mastering how you feel internally, you're going to be the one to control how that other person feels. Or if there's multiple people on the call, you can control how they all feel. If you're in a meeting and you want to elicit certain states in the audience, you could be in that state and you can also use those words. So here's an example. Hey, I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really curious what you guys are going to think about this. Have you ever felt something like that before? So much curiosity that you just really, really, really want to learn something? Well, I'm excited to be here, so let's jump right in. So you could elicit that by telling them and being in that state yourself. So that's the first thing that you really want to do is you really want to have control over your state because that will easily allow you to influence anyone that you're speaking to. The second thing is you want to use really pleasurable language. You want to use the word yes. You want to use words like wonderful and pleasure. Hey, you know what? It's just a pleasure to meet you. I just can't wait to have this wonderful conversation. Or when you're speaking to someone and you're explaining something to them and you're in this really good state, you're already going to be influencing them. But if you're talking and you're thinking, yeah, you're excited, aren't you? Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, and I'm really curious about what you have to say about that you can listen to them talk. Yes, okay. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah. Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks so much for giving me that answer. That's wonderful. You're using positive language, so the person's more likely to be influenced if they're also feeling excited and they're feeling curious. Positive language is going to go along with those states. So that's something else to really consider is use those words. Now, you also want to be able to know some keywords so you can embed those suggestions into the conversation. So listen for key things that the other person wants to achieve. Maybe certain results that they want to get. Maybe what's important to them about whatever it is you're speaking about. And you can get that just by asking, hey, What's important to you about this conversation today? For what purpose do you want to have this conversation today, especially if it's a sales call, or if it's a more friendly relationship? You can just ask them, "Hey, that's awesome. What are you feeling so far?" And get some feelings from them. "Oh, what do you see yourself doing, in the future?" If they're a visual person. "Oh, hey, how do you hear the sounds of success in the future?" If they're an auditory person. And when you get that information, you can then embed those suggestions later, so then they can really feel good, and this will influence them at the unconscious level. So let's say someone really wants to create results or have success. So during the conversation, I could then tell a short story and embed create results and success within the story so it doesn't seem so obvious. So I could say something like, "Hey, you know what? Last week I was speaking to a potential client and they were really excited to speak to me, and they were curious, actually. So curious. And I asked them, what is it that you want? And they told me they really want to create more things in their life, like results." And I thought, that's awesome. So what would it feel like when you're, creating results? I'm really curious to know that. And then they could say, "Well, all the times that I achieve something, I just feel so good. I get so excited, and it's like success." So if you noticed, I put the words create results and I put achieve success throughout the conversation naturally, and then you can even highlight the words. So when I said create results, you can intonate that a bit. The other way to do it is you can use the words "I'm not," because the unconscious mind, it will delete the "not." So you could say something like, "I'm not telling you to create results today. I'm not even telling you to achieve success today. However, I'm really excited that you're here to talk to me about this. So do you mind if I ask you a few questions?" So if we know what they're doing, you can also embed them with the "I'm not," because it's actually, we're focusing not on the "not." The unconscious mind does not process that. We're focusing on the create results and the achieve success. So this was 3 different ways that you can really influence someone easily in any conversation. So master your state, master your language, and learn to embed some really good suggestions. These are all things that I teach in my training. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me. All my information will be at the end of the video and the description of the episode. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.